Reynolds and SunRingle rear hub service. This video covers the service of the SRC, SRX, and SRX-CL or centerlock rear hubs. Assemble these tools and parts and let's get started. The rear hubs include these parts: axle, hub shell, bearings, Freehub body, end caps. We will demonstrate the service using a bare hub. When working on a complete wheel, remove the cassette and brake rotor. Remove the non-drive side end cap by pulling it straight off of the axle. Place the BS hub tool in the non-drive side end of the axle. Depending on the axle type, place the appropriate wrench on the drive side end cap. Loosen the end cap by turning the wrench counterclockwise while holding the BS hub tool stationary. Remove the end cap. Slide the Freehub body off the axle by gently pulling it away from the hub shell. Support the hub on the non-drive side by setting it on the open jaws of a vise. Place a towel over the vise to avoid marring the hub surfaces and to catch the axle and bearing. To avoid damaging the axle, reinstall the drive side end cap finger tight and hit the end of the end cap. Remove the drive side bearing by using a bearing puller or hammer and punch. Move the punch after each blow so you do not cause the bearing to bind in the bore. For basic service, the ratchet ring does not need to be removed. The ring can only be removed when the hub is installed in a complete wheel. Remove the ratchet ring by securely installing the ratchet ring tool in a bench-mounted vise. Place the hub onto the ratchet ring tool and spin the wheel counterclockwise to remove the ratchet ring. Using a 90-degree pick tool, remove the wire spring from the Freehub body by stretching it outward. Remove the pawls from the pawl pockets. Remove the seal from the Freehub body. On a Shimano HG Freehub body, remove the snap ring holding in the outboard bearing. On an XD or microspline hub, proceed to the next step. Remove the bearings from the Freehub body using a punch and hammer. Before reassembly, clean and examine the parts using a lint-free towel and isopropyl alcohol. Lightly grease the Freehub bearing seat with high-quality bicycle grease. Press in the inboard bearing using a bearing press. Install the spacer and lightly grease and press in the outboard bearing. On a Shimano HG Freehub body, install the snap ring. For an XD or microspline Freehub, move to the next step. Install the wire spring by hooking it into the retention hole on the Freehub body. Wrap the spring into the groove. Install the pawls by slipping them between the spring and the pawl pocket. Make sure the spring is in the pawl groove and the pawl's engagement teeth are pointing out, away from the free hub. Install the seal onto the free hub body. The seal lip must face out towards the cassette. Lubricate the pawls and spring with Freehub body grease for quieter operation and longer service life. Use Freehub oil for louder operation and improved low temperature operation. Lightly lubricate the seal with Freehub oil. If you've removed the ratchet ring, thread it back into the hub shell with the machining groove facing you. The ratchet ring only needs to be hand tight. It will tighten appropriately when riding. Lightly grease the bearing seats. Press the non-drive side bearing in first. Make sure it is fully seated in the hub shell. Slide the axle into place. Install the drive side bearing. Turn the axle to make sure it rotates smoothly and there is no side-to-side movement. Lubricate the ratchet ring with Freehub body grease for quieter operation and longer service life. Use Freehub oil for louder operation and improved low-temperature operation. Slide the Freehub body onto the axle. Rotate it counterclockwise as you slide it on. This will collapse the pawls, allowing them to pass into the hub shell cavity and align into the ratchet ring. Thread the drive side end cap onto the axle. Insert the BS hub tool into the non-drive side of the axle. Use the appropriate wrench to tighten the drive side end cap. Push the non-drive side end cap over the axle. Check again for smooth rotation of the axle and Freehub body. Lastly, reinstall the cassette and rotor. You have completed the process of disassembly, service, and reassembly of the SunRingle SRC and SRX and Reynolds SRX CL rear hub. Continue to our YouTube channel and hayesbicycle.com for more maintenance procedures and assembly instructions. Thank you for riding with Reynolds and SunRingle.